We actually were at Dreamhack Bucharest. That's where your first event was, coming to Analyze, and it was actually a pretty cool event overall, albeit some chocolate bars to the face. We actually had a very good time there.
Yeah, should we address that?
Let's just do it quickly.
Yeah, okay, so first and foremost, I felt a little bit guilty tweeting it out to overshadow a final and Virtus Pro winning. As a whole, last year when we were there, they kind of split it with Dota, and this year they did it just CS. So first and foremost, they were trying to build on that and help CS with more viewership. Cluj, it's opposite side of the country, a lot of students there, but it didn't have the greatest. It had good viewership, it had a good amount of people in the crowd, but it wasn't enough to fill this space. But by going back to Dreamhack Romania, or Bucharest, sorry, as it were, they wanted to commit to CS, everything went fairly well. The problem is when I put out that tweet, everyone instantly already, based on Richard Lewis's past, etc., points the finger at Dreamhack as the problem. I want to clear that up first and foremost, because that's not what I was saying. And I'm also not blaming Romania. I think Romania is a fantastic place. It's probably my favorite country that we go to each year. And it was just a few assholes in a crowd. In fact, the same people that were doing the clapping were the same people that threw the stuff. So there you go. It was literally 2 or 3 people, but it was just enough to be annoying that kind of ruins the event for other people.
The reason I was frustrated at that one, because obviously once you
I didn't even know you got hit, by the way.
Right, so yeah, that's the thing, right? So once I get hit once and then twice, I'm kind of on edge the whole time I'm trying to cast. Like, it's very difficult to keep looking at a monitor and keep, like, processing all this information and talking at the same time when you think you're getting hit in the face again by being suffering it. That's why I was pissed off, right? Everyone saw it at the end.
Yeah.
Like, you even saw me that night, I wasn't really talking at all, right?
I give you credit for more patience than me. I would have got up and walked over to security and be like, get them the fuck out of here. Like, I wouldn't have.
It wasn't like a massive deal or anything. It's just like, it just upset me because it affected my work and I couldn't do the best possible job I could do. That's why I got annoyed with it. Obviously, there's nothing to do with Dreamhack. It's just like, it's just one of those things, right? We're in the crowd. That's what we want to be. We ask every time to be within the crowd. Sometimes when you're backstage, it's not the same experience. And that will happen if there are dickheads in the crowd. That's going to happen, and it got dealt with straight away. Once they found out who was doing the clapping and stuff like that, Dreamhack sorted it out straight away. There's what, like 1,000, 2,000 people in there. It's very difficult to locate and pinpoint the exact person doing it. So
yeah, and that's the point I want to touch on, because first and foremost, Loda, Richard Lewis backstage. That's where this all stems from.
Yeah.
Loda's always going to be back there. He's a player. Everyone knows him. He's Swedish. He knows the organization. Even if there's security, that's not going to stop Loda from going backstage. He kind of has a place back there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The other one is Leipzig, where someone did rush the stage. That was an issue. And I think that happened again at another event previously as well. Austin, I think? Yeah, Austin had someone behind the stage, which was also Dreamhack.
Leipzig was certainly the worst one in terms of like him coming on the stream and could have done anything,
I thought it was a Dreamhack staff member.
Yeah.
I was hosting and I was like, oh, here comes someone to fix something. And then all of a sudden he starts yelling at a mic. I don't know if you remember this.
No, I don't.
He just came on and was, I forget what he said. Like, mouse sports, motherfuckers, or something, and and then ran.
Well, he came on and said Suka Blia, I think.
Suka Blia, that's right.
Yeah. Some people are just fucking idiots, man. Like,
he was drunk. I think it was his birthday or something. That's what I heard. It was like his birthday. That's what he was pissed.
It doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, obviously he doesn't understand. Like, he was just some idiot. Like, he was drunk. It's not like he was a premeditated attack. I don't think.
Yeah. So anyway, we're spending a little more time on this than I want to.
Yeah.
I know, Chad, you're here to talk about other things, but just to clear the air, Dreamhack has improved security since the Leipzig incident. They do have people beside us on the desk. Like I said to Henry a second ago, I would have taken my headset off and gone to them. The hard part is when there's a huge crowd, how do you locate the one guy that's clapping? So basically they have microphones on the crowd. What they could have done, and I don't know if they did or not, I haven't talked to them, is they could have just turned off, I think there's 3 of them, turned off 1, okay, clapping's still there, turn off 2, clapping, turn off 3. Okay, now they know he's in that section. But then they still have to go out and find the one kid. My hands are down here. Okay, my arms are moving, but good luck seeing that in a crowd, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to find the person. And the first time the whistlers were happening, which I don't know if it's the same people or not, I texted Mark and was like, we're already on it. And they did. I looked at Mark. He was standing beside us looking to see if it was coming through our mics, and they had 2 other people walking the stairs.
Yeah.
The chocolate bar thing, same thing. One guy throws something. I've been at hockey games when a guy throws something and puts his arm back down. You're like, goes on the ice, and the refs are like, oh, we got to find you. Good luck. It's hard. So that's not entirely on Dreamhack. What is on Dreamhack is to make sure that they dealt with it accordingly. And in that sense, they did try. So the one thing I will say is maybe the fans getting close to the stage. That sucks. The sign guy as well, that's also going to come up.
With that, just the sign thing.
Yeah, because you can have an opinion on this too.
Well, the photographers were saying that from the stage, you couldn't actually see out into the audience because it was all lit, so you couldn't see the signs anyway. Plus, players are very rarely looking up at the crowd, maybe like in a pause when they're trying to reset or something. Otherwise, you're just fully focused on your monitor. So anybody who's sitting there, like, unless you've organized it beforehand. If you were going to go, okay, let's put a guy in the crowd and he's going to have a sign, he's going to hold the sign up when they're doing something and that's going to notify us, you're not going to have it as obvious of they're going A or they're going B. Like, how stupid do you have to be? Like, people are going to be cheating a bit more sophisticated than that, right?
Yeah, orange tomato or something, like a code word. And this is the point. I made a Reddit post saying they don't have time to look. Okay, look, fuck yeah. Okay, they have 2 seconds to go like that, but it's like you're saying, the lights are there, they're focused. They don't have the figurative word of time. They're not going to make time to read a fucking sign.
Exactly.
And not only that, if you're a player and you see that sign and it's not someone you put there, how do you know he's not a Cloud9 fan?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? He could have been fucking with
that
you.
was definitely blown up way out of proportion, I think. Like, obviously, there was a sign, it's like, oh, we've never seen that before, but it's not an epidemic, right? It's fine. We'll look at it a bit more in the future, the events, make sure no one's doing that, but I don't think it affected anything, and let's not go fucking nuts. It was fine, you know?
Yeah.